Well, welcome inside the Lone Peak Fieldhouse for Lone Peak basketball on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Tonight, the Lone Peak Knights welcome in the Lehi Pioneers. 2 games remain in the regular season. The state tournament starts next week. Home sites, and then we'll go to the Huntsman Center in 2 weeks. Coach Quincy Lewis, head coach at Lone Peak, or probably at Lehigh, the legendary Lone Peak head coach, back in the building for the first time on the visiting bench. Coach Rob Ross and the Knights looking to bounce back. They got Isaac Staley back. We'll see how the Knights respond. At full strength in the roster, Chamberlain Burgess wins the opening tip-off, and it's Thompson Kramer. Along with Chamberlain Burgess, Isaac Staley, Haskett, and Jackson Taylor. Jackson over to Kramer. As it's Brousseau, Hawkins, Bromley, Cowan, and Cooper Lewis. Oh, what a move there by Chamberlain Burgess. Pretty move and make there by Chamberlain. And Lone Peak going to come out with some pressure. Bringing up the floor now with Cooper Lewis. It's Brousseau for a long 2. No. Rebound loose. And Burgess saves it in to Thompson Kramer. Tom down the lane out to Ike. And Burgess will pull on the 3. Back rimmed. And Staley can't get the rebound off of Bromley. And the ball will stay here with Lone Peak. Isaac Staley wearing that spider brace. Brought to you by Donjoy. Go to Ortho Pros of Utah to get your Donjoy bracing needs. Tell Ben Criddle I sent you. As that ball goes out of bounds off of Cooper Lewis. This is showing that Isaacs has a little bit of instability in that left knee. He's kept him out for quite a bit. Inside to Kramer, and Tom Kramer makes it a 4-0 start for Lone Peak. For Lone Peak, it's about getting out quickly because you know this young man right here, Cooper Lewis, who dreamed about being a Lone Peak Knight, going to play his first game in the building he spent so much time in. Brousseau with the handed fake there from Grayson. Extra pass. Bucket won't go for Hawkins. Tipped around and loose. Cowan comes away with the loose ball. Little fish inside to Hawkins, and he's fouled. Let's see if that goes to Staley or if that's going to go to Burgess. The foul goes to Staley. Number 1 on Ike. And that is going to put Easton Hawkins at the line to shoot 2. Saw Mama Kim during the JV game. His older brother entered the MTC yesterday, a home MTC. He was finishing up about time tip-off, so he should be here. And even though the stream's available, Kim, of course, running her own film crew. It's a free throw good by Hawkins. Got them both. And a 4-2 start for the Knights is Thompson Kramer. Gonna hand off to Burgess. Chamberlain looking for that move, and it's taken away by Grayson Brousseau. Read the eyes there. An easy steal for Grayson. And Bromley, he too felt like he was always going to come to Lone Peak. His mom was the principal here. As Bromley misses on the 3. And the rebound taken by Taylor. His brother won state championships here. Down the lane is Staley, and Ike good blocked by Bromley. Isaac stepped out of bounds, and the ball will go back to Lehi. So Isaac Staley last year in the state tournament, especially at the site, was absolutely spectacular as a sophomore. They'll need that from him. In the 6A tournament, Corner Canyon feels like they've kind of risen above everyone in a battle to get to that state championship game on the opposite side. The bracket release on Saturday as Cooper pulls, misses, and rebound to Staley. But the way that's going to get set up will be so interesting. The battles will be there, are going to be an absolute blast. Dean Stewart and I will have all 28 games from the site. As Staley down the lane, beautiful dish by Burgess, and Ike Staley with the two-handed flush, and it's a 6-2 start. We'll catch all the games right here on KSLSports.com. We'll have home site games and every site game from the Huntsman Center as Cooper with his first bucket. Cooper's game is so good. A couple years ago, he was the little guy on the floor that his feet was too big. And now wearing his own shoes that aren't Jackson Brousseau's, he's a little more nimble with his feet. The shot doesn't go. And we'll have a stepped out of bounds again along that baseline. And it's a good crew here. All three of these officials you'll see at the 5A and 6A state tournament at the Huntsman Center. Basket with Lewis. Up top to Grayson. Grayson drives it, Cogswell. And the foul to Cogswell first. They called on the shot, so he was in his habitual shooting motion, so 2 free throws. Lone Peak girls won the first game of our doubleheader today. Strong night from Shawnee Nordstrom, Naya Kanuvasa, and Missouri Nordstrom is big in the fourth quarter as Grayson hit both of his free throws, and we're tied up at 6. Tom goes at Hawkins, sends out to Haskett. Seth on the pump, give it into Cogswell. Yeah, kind of got stuck there. Cogswell had an easy layup. Brain and feet were not on the same page, and it's a turnover. In tennis, we call that an unforced error there by Cosgrove. Missed opportunity, and now Lehigh with a chance to take an early lead. Rousseau fits it inside. Corner to Bromley. Yes. Bryson Bromley hits the 3. His mom, Rhonda, was a longtime principal here at Lone Peak. Oversaw a lot of state titles. And Burgess. Pretty move by Chamberlain Burgess. 4 points now for Chamberlain. He actually counts for all the points because he also found Staley on that dunk. That beautiful dish. Cooper Lewis rises for 3. Goes in and out. Board and run out with Kramer. Thompson. Rousseau hits the deck. Belcher inside. Leaves it for Burgess. And Burgess fouled there by Cowan. It'll be Chamberlain Burgess going to the line to shoot 2. They were not going to allow Chamberlain Burgess to get the second dunk of the quarter.
15 foul. Chamberlain Burgess
to the line. The nephew. This is the nephew team. I don't have the eyes. It's the nephew team. As Chamberlain is the nephew of Chris Burgess, former #1 recruit in that country that went to Duke and then University of Utah and coached at Mark Pope staff at UVU and then BYU and now the University of Utah with Craig Smith. And rattles in the free throw. I had misspoke the game at Lehigh. I thought his dad had been a member of the coaching staff of Quincy. That wasn't the case. Talked to Papa Burgess. He was ready to roll with it. As Cooper on the drive, and Cooper hits the deck. To the line goes Cooper Lewis.
Foul committed by number 40, Chamberlain Burgess. His first personal. 13 foul for the Knights. Shooting for the Pioneers, Cooper Lewis.
Cooper Lewis followed up in the line. Young man that surprisingly recruiting been slow with Cooper. I know that there was some interest in the Ivy League. I think you'll start seeing some local interest. We're coming in a little late as he got both free throws. And the lead, or the game now tied at 10. Kramer on the drive down the lane. Tom with the finish and the foul. Put Tom Kramer at the line, looking for the old-fashioned 3.
Foul committed by number 32.
This kid, probably the most underappreciated guard in the 6A classification.
Tom Kramer shoots one.
Gain and I are probably going to overuse that phrase at the Huntsman Center. But Tom Kramer has the ability to get a lot of stuff done. You heard Hector Marquez talk about Tom Kramer, that he's been talking with colleges for him. He's just a solid player. Be a mismatch of the point guard with his size. Hansen sends that ball into Hawkins. Easton lost his own footing. There was no force there, and it'll be a turnover. And the ball will go to Lone Peak with 2:34 left in the quarter. And foot slipped out from him, but that kid's got Canadian blood in him. He's tough. He's got hockey blood. Kramer back rim to the rebound, claimed by Hansen. On the run now with Jace John. Toe up the three, a little long from Caleb Moore. On the run, Kramer. Now JT yet to pull on a shot. Burgess, got Mouse in the house. Burgess a little strong with the left hand, no. Loose ball out of bounds off of Lone Peak. And the ball will go back to Lehi. Chamberlain's been really decisive. He's had some moments this year, still just a youngster, junior, where he gets a little indecisive, would terminate and would kind of pivot around. He's been decisive with the basketball in the first quarter. Hawkins hits the deck, not going to get that call, and out of bounds off of Lehi. Caleb Moore could not save that off of Lone Peak. And the ball will go back to the Knights. This rivalry hasn't been built up yet, as Lehi and Lone Peak haven't been in the same region for a long time. Back when there were only 5 classifications, there was a couple years there where they were in the same classification. As Taylor on the drive on Lewis. Nice take and make by Jackson Taylor. You always think he's going to pull on the three, and Jackson Taylor showed the ability to put the ball on the floor. 4-point lead. Cooper Lewis. Baseline J, yes. Kid's so smooth. Thompson leaves it for Chamberlain. Chamberlain power dribble, sends it back out. 3 on the way from Taylor, no. And the rebound taken by Moore. On the run, here's Cooper. Gonna pull on the 3, no. 3 ball not falling for Cooper here to get started. Out of bounds off of Chamberlain Burgess, and the ball will stay here. Lehi. Fotheringham. Ty Cogswell checks in. Coming in also is Enoch Mitchell. So it's Cogswell, Taylor, Belcher, Fotheringham, and Enoch Mitchell on the floor for Coach Rob Ross. As we had a foul on Mitchell. Funny enough, I hadn't mentioned this, that Rob Ross and Quincy Lewis they're both Timpview T-Birds. I don't know if their time overlapped. I believe they did. I'm not 100% on that one. Forgot to ask either, and we were tied up with the girls' stuff. As Brousseau drives past Belcher. No call. And they're letting a lot of contact go on. There's about a 2-second difference between game clock and shot clock. As the proximity to a microphone is keeping people calm. It's kind of an interesting first quarter. We go inside of 20 seconds. And the shot clock down to 10. Enoch on the drive. Mitchell terminates and out Cogswell. Cogswell to Belcher. Little pocket J is there for Logan Belcher. 2 seconds, 1. Cooper at the horn. And that'll do it for the first quarter. And at the end of 1, it is the Lone Peak Knights 17 and Lehi Pioneers 13. You're watching Lone Peak Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network, presented by Heidemann and Associates. Start of the second quarter. Lone Peak Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network, presented by Heidemann and Associates. Go to utah.law to find the law office nearest you. Get a free consultation. Let them know the Rewind sent you. And again, if you can't make it into one of the offices, let them know, and they'll do a virtual consultation. Let Justin know that Dusty sent you. And he's going to take care of you anyway. But he'll certainly take care of you then. Known Justin Heidemann said to my whole life, nobody I trust more than Heidemann to take care of my legal needs, and he will take care of yours as well. Heidemann and Associates, Utah.law. Cooper, fall away Jay. Hasn't been able to find the range from deep, but Cooper Lewis has been absolutely money inside the arc. 9 points now for Cooper. As Thompson Kramer hands off to Jackson Taylor. Burgess back out to Kramer. Now JT for three. Yes! Jackson Taylor. There's a guy that can make a major difference in the state tournament. Jackson Taylor. He's now got 5 points. Gets that shot up so quickly on the drive. And we're going to have a foul on the drive. This will be called on Jackson Taylor. That will be number 1.
Jackson Taylor. His first personal.
Well, I guess we should announce, sadly, the death of one of my favorite Instagram handles. Jackson Taylor, there's a steal on the inbound, and Belcher is down in a heap. Jackson Taylor off on the triple, rebound to Lewis. Been waiting for them to stop the game, and now they do. So, timeout there. What happens when you have an injured player? You wait for the possession to change, and once it changes, it's usually a quick whistle. So, timeout on the floor. We'll let them check out Logan Belcher. 6:58 left in the half. So, Logan Belcher comes off. He and Hawkins bumped heads. And Belcher can go a little further evaluation in the locker room as Bromley and Taylor having a little jostle there in midcourt. Jackson Taylor retired ya boy JT to Jack.Taylor.30. Breaks my heart. But I get you're doing it for recruiting. So here's Cooper Lewis. Little fall away, yes. The Dwayne Wade move there. Dwayne Wade loved that just off the angle or the junction left side. Chamberlain Burgess at transition 3. Haskett gets the ball, and it's out to Kramer. And again, it shows you there's no such thing as over the back. Haskett got that. As there goes Burgess down the baseline, and that ball off the hands of Bromley. But we always say over the back, but over the back isn't a foul. Because you can go over the back without contact. You can get the ball, and it's your ball. There may have been some contact there, but officials didn't call it. There's now an offensive foul on Chamberlain Burgess. Number 2 on Chamberlain.
The second personal. Second team foul. Good culture.
Official saying he chicken winged him a little bit. So 6 minutes and 10 seconds left in the half. Oh, Cowan, and there's a block on Haskett. Haskett did not have position, so there's a block on Haskett.
Number 13, Seth Haskett.
And that is the third team foul. Of course, Rob Ross is a longtime assistant here at Lone Peak. I believe he was on the Quincy Lewis staff, but I'm not confident anymore as Cooper misses on the 3. He was on staff with David Evans, who replaced Quincy Lewis, rather. Down the baseline at Chamberlain Burgess. Second dunk of the game for the Knights. Ike has one, Chamberlain has the other. So Rob Ross took over in 2019 after David Evans won the state title in 2018. The block to Burgess. Cowan got it back, sent to the corner. Hawkins in and out on the 3. Cowan with the board, dribbled out of bounds, and it's Lone Peak ball. Quincy Lewis won a state championship in 2014. Left, and it was David Evans taking over with Frank Jackson. They lost in the quarters, and then lost in the state championship game to Bingham, then won the next year at the Huntsman Center. David Evans then took the job at Wasatch Academy, and that was when Rob Ross was hired in the 2019 season. There's Jackson to Kramer up top to Chamberlain. Burgess going to lob inside to Kramer. Tom with 7 on the shot clock, 5. Stayed patient, could get the teardrop to go. And the bunnies were missed, and the rebound to Hawkins. Bromley, now Brousseau. Bryson. His second 3 of the half for Bryson Bromley. And Chamberlain Burgess, 4-3. Chamberlain now with 9 points, having himself a night. Chamberlain Burgess. The second half of the season, Chamberlain is focused in. He's been much cleaner with what his basketball in the second half of the year. Fall away to Cooper, yes. Cooper Lewis. Chamberlain got past Brousseau. He was seeing another dunk. He was seeing another dunk there, and luckily for Grayson, just got his hands on that ball. As Cy Hansen comes in for Grayson. Taylor inside to Burgess, stayed patient. Out to Staley, extra passes. Cooper with the near steal. Basket, it is stolen by Cy Hansen. Cy goes at Burgess and blocked away. On the run with Lone Peak. Down the lane, Kramer swatted away by Lewis. Saved in by Cowan. Hansen to Lewis, ahead to Hawkins. With the lay-in. What a series of plays. 25-24. Man, that was good basketball. Burgess to Kramer. And Kramer going to get the foul on Hawkins. That'll be number 1 on Easton. And the first team foul of the quarter on the Pioneers.
Foul committed by number 2, Easton. Hawkins.
Much different than when Quincy was at Lone Peak. His teams were notorious for having 6 to 7 fouls in the first quarter. Jackson Taylor, 4-3. Second 3 of the quarter for Jackson Taylor. And JT now with 8 points. Cooper pull up and crawls off. Rebound to Taylor. Jackson going to slow things up. Staley wide to the right, board and bucket to Haskett. And a 6-point lead. Timeout. Quincy Lewis. 2:38 left in the half. Knights lead 30-24. You're watching Lone Peak basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. 2:38 left in the half. Want to remind you, basketball season's only got a couple weeks left in it. And we move into spring. And as we all know, spring in Utah is unpredictable. Baseball, soccer, lacrosse, a lot of outdoor sports that are cold. Go to Igloo Outfitters, IGLUOutfitters.com. Get your Igloo. Not only are they warm, they're waterproof. So we get rain, a late snow, all kinds of stuff where you're sitting out in those games and freezing. Igloo Outfitters. Trust me, we wore them all throughout the state football tournament. I will not go to another game without them. But BYU anywhere, I'll wear my Igloo Outfitter. Foul away from the ball, and this foul going to go to Seth Haskett.
Foul committed by number 13, Seth Haskett. His second personal.
2 on Seth Haskett. Last foul to give for Lone Peak. It'll be 2 free throws for Lehi in the final 2:25 of the half. Grayson holding up top over to Hawkins. Easton, fall away, won't go. And a loose ball taken by Haskett. Looking to extend on the 6-point lead. JT, his third 3 of the quarter. JT, 4-3. He's got 11. 9 in the quarter for Taylor. And a 9-point lead. Down the lane, Cooper with an easy 2. 15 now for Cooper. Without a three. JT in the lane, floated up, out the window. Jackson Taylor. If you haven't experienced the kid, he can get going. We saw the second quarter earlier in region play where he hit 4 threes in a quarter. I think he had 16 points in the second. As Cooper, 4-3. Cooper now with 18, his first triple of the night. Kid is so good. Kramer over to Haskett. Haskett on the drive at Lewis, got Cooper off his feet. Seth gets it to go. Beautiful take and finish there by Seth Haskett. And an 8-point advantage now for Lone Peak. 2 possessions left in the half. There's Bromley to Brousseau. Grayson with Belcher. Nice move. Grayson got the contact. Grayson misses at the rim. Thought he might have some body stuff there with Belcher. Didn't get the call. And it'll be a baseline inbound.
Checking in for the Knights, number 40, Chamberlain Burgess. He replaces Logan Belcher.
Belcher come off the floor. Bromley inbounds that into Lewis. Looking for the final shot of the half. We're going to go through the Rolodex of what the student section built up in the first half. As Cooper holds up top. Now Brousseau. On the drive, Cowan to the rim. Oh, man. Put it on a tee there for Chamberlain Burgess. Chamberlain been a man on a mission the last couple of weeks. He's played inspired ball. That's his third or fourth block of the half. Into Cooper, corner 3. No, rebound. Taken by Burgess. 3 seconds. And now a foul on the run out, but it's okay. It's only the second team foul. There aren't free throws if you're Lehi. It will give an inbound here to Lone Peak. Number 1 on Grayson. JT at the horn. And that will do it for the first half. Jackson Taylor hits 3 threes in the second quarter. Chamberlain Burgess has been absolutely nails on both sides of the ball. And Lone Peak takes a 37-29 lead to the break. You're watching Lone Peak Boys Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network, presented by Heidemann and Associates. And welcome back into Lone Peak Fieldhouse for this reunion Tuesday. Quincy Lewis, the head coach at Lehi, the legendary coach of Lone Peak, who won state championships at Lone Peak in 2005, 2007, 2008, 2011, 12, 13, where he also won a national championship with the Lone Peak 3 and Mika, Emery, and Haas. And then, of course, in 2014, on his exiting year, won a state championship with Frank Jackson. Before going to BYU on the staff of Dave Rose, and after a year playing athletic director at Timpview, became the head coach at Lehi, where he won a state title his first year with Noel Gonzalez. Oh, as Staley can't get that one to go, missed the bunny. Hawkins pull up, no. Rebound to Kramer. Tom Kramer going to back things out. Kramer, 5 points in the first half. Jackson Taylor had 11 points in the second quarter. Try to send that in. Nice play there by Grayson Brousseau. And now Grayson over to Bromley. On the run. Cowan. A tough one. Timeout taken by Rob Ross. Coach Lewis and many of the Lehi faithful felt that Cowan was escorted out of play. And going to have a quick chat with Mr. Official. But So we'll see what they get. That'll be a call. So it's going to be Lone Peak basketball on the baseline. First timeout taken of the night for Lone Peak. So each team's on 4 timeouts. The possession arrow belongs to Lehi. Officials having a quick chat with the players. Just, hey, let's get this under control. So out of the timeout, up the floor now with Jackson Taylor. Try to go inside. Brousseau did it with the steal. Taylor, now Staley. Missed it, no. Rebound to Kramer. Kramer had nowhere to go. Got it to Isaac. Little baseline J, won't go. And the board to Grayson Brousseau. On the run with Bromley. You see Bromley. Bromley's a rhythm shooter. He's not in rhythm. He's not going to pull it. Grayson. Back over to Cooper. Back inside to Brousseau with the smaller Kramer on his hip. Terminates. Nice hands there by Staley. Saved in by Taylor. Nice hustle by Jackson. On the run now with Kramer. Kramer down the lane. Got it to go. Nice take and make by Tom Kramer. 7 points now for Thompson Kramer. Cooper hangs and hits. Good contest there. Better shot making. That's good D. Just what a shot by Cooper. There's Kramer. Oh, he had a little backdoor to JT. Couldn't get it to him. Over to Haskett. Haskett hands back. Bruce for Burgess. No. And the rebound to Cowan. I think they'll live with that as Cooper on the run. The foul to Thompson Kramer. It'll be number 1 on. Check that's on Haskett. Number 3 on Seth Haskett. You see that Enoch Mitchell is going to come off the bench. I think Rob Ross realizes that's number 3 on Haskett.
He's in the Grayson Bruce.
Nice take. Can't get it to go on the board to Burgess and ahead to Staley. Nice drive and blocked away. Cowan with the block on Staley. On the run with Bromley. Hawkins pumped the 3. Now drives at Kramer. Floated up short. Rebound to Cy Hansen. Into Cowan. Cowan splits the defenders. No. And Staley with the rebound. They're now on the run with Kramer. Floater and bucket for Kramer.
Delay game warning on the Knights.
Delay game warning.
Checking in for the Knights number 3, Enoch Mitchell. He replaces Alex Staley. In for Lehi number 32, Taylor Moore.
They got a foul away from the ball, and that's going to be on Kramer. That's number 1 on Kramer.
Foul committed number 24,
His second team foul.
Second team foul for the Knights. Into the Pioneers number 33, Grayson Brousseau.
Got into Cooper. Cooper, pull up, fall away, and it's an 8-point game. Just so fun to watch. Different game than Dowling Hall, but it's how Dowling felt, too. Very similar teams from Dowling Hall State Championship team in 2020 to we're seeing from Cooper Lewis. And now you have the foul on the pass. It's going to go on Grayson Brousseau, his second personal foul. First team foul of the quarter.
First team foul for the Pioneers.
Hey, call the foul! Call the foul! What's the foul?
Into Burgess. Burgess felt the body, floated up, no. And then you get Brousseau on the spin and kind of getting underneath him a little bit. And that's going to put Chamberlain Burgess at the line to shoot 2. As you can tell, what happens inside to become very contested within contingencies on both sides. So Burgess to the line. Got 9 points on the night. And Chamberlain hits the first.
Dave Cowan checks in for the Pioneers. He replaces Mason Brousseau.
So Brousseau comes off with his third. And Burgess hits both of his free throws. And a lead to 10. 43-33 on the floor, Bromley. Good defense by Enoch Mitchell. Cowan. And outside with Moore. Pull for Bromley, no. Rebound loose. Moore comes away with it. Back out Bryson. Couldn't get off the three. Trying to make this fancy pass, and the ball gets away from him. Moore was the intended target. And you make that kind of pass because the one pass you want him to see make maybe is leave his feet, don't to the corner, but then you're in danger of a pass and crash, offensive foul. As here's Haskett. Now to Burgess on the baseline with Cowan. Burgess lost it. Mitchell tracks it down. Double team there, jump ball. No, timeout to Rob Ross. 3:09 left in the third. We'll be back. You're watching Lone Peak Basketball. Yeah, welcome back in. Lone Peak Basketball. You mentioned at times Rob Ross and Quincy Lewis, both Timpview T-Birds. And I believe it was Coach Lewis's father, the head coach a long time at Timpview. I could be mistaken. I believe that's the case. Burgess looks opposite. Haskett for three. No. Yes, actually. That ball bounced. Man. If it had been a newer gym in the state, that ball would have been out of bounds. With that strap that's in play. As Cooper gets that ball into Cowan. Free throw line jumper, no. Rebound to Taylor. And now on the run with Burgess. Burgess to Mitchell. Enoch on the drive, a little sharp off the window. Rebound to Hawkins. Easton was setting that one up. Couldn't get it to go. Missed the bunny. Kramer gonna back things out, go 5 out. Now looking inside to Burgess. Here comes Kramer, kiss off the window, and Thompson Kramer with 11 points. The thing about this Lone Peak team, they're a bunch of guys that can go at different times. First quarter was Burgess as Cooper pulls and hits. So pretty. Cooper Lewis now with 25 points. How about that shot? Reminds me of Ray Allen. And there's the steal to Lewis. Haskett right there. Cooper with some separation. And now with 27. Official timeout. That ball got kicked. So 10-point ball game after the 5-point spurt there from Cooper Lewis. Mitchell up top to Burgess. I'll try to fit that in. Kick ball on Hawkins. So it'll be 21 seconds left in the shot clock. Into Burgess. Burgess to the rim and another flush for Chamberlain Burgess. 13 points on the night for Chamberlain. He's had a good night. Hawkins on the drive. A Haskett blocked away. And the ball out of bounds off of Moore. And it's Lone Peak ball. It was good D there by Haskett and gave up the position and allowed Burgess to come over and get the block. The three from Chamberlain off the mark. Rebound to Cooper Lewis. Cooper got it back. Burgess comes out. Nice ball inside to Cowan. I think he's going to count it. There was a little hesitation there. They said he was in his habitual shooting motion, not on the gather. Count the hoop, give him the harm, and Cowan to the line.
Mitchell, his second personal, 13 foul for nine. Set the line for the Pioneers game, Cowan. Shooting one.
There was just a slightest hesitation. I thought they might call it on the floor.
He's in for Mitchell.
As Crew Fotheringham checks in. And free throw is short. Rebound to Moore. Cooper Lewis. 4-3. 30 seconds left. Shot clock turned off as Cooper Lewis has, it says 27, I think that's 30 points. It is. 30 points for Cooper. 20 seconds. Kramer, good hand by Cowan. A little miscommunication on the screen with Kramer and Burgess. And to Jackson Taylor. 10 seconds. Burgess with 7. Turns it over. Cowan. Cooper Lewis with 2. At the horn. Too strong. And that will do it. It's going to be a great fourth quarter. We go to the fourth. Lone Peak leads 50-43 on Lehi. You're watching Lone Peak basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. Start of the fourth quarter. And quite the night here at Lone Peak. How about the return to Quincy Lewis Cooper? 30 points through 3 quarters for the star of Lehi. Certainly the front runner for Mr. Rewind. Pulls for 3. And Brousseau with the board. Bromley to the corner. Cooper again. Hawkins with the board. Hawkins up and in. 5-point ball game. 10-point spurt for the Pioneers as Burgess sends that across to Kramer. Now Haskett. Foul away from the ball to be called on Cowan. And then grabbing his jersey. Quincy immediately asked, like, what was it? Official immediately pulled on his jersey. Baseline on the drive to Burgess, forced it up, no, and the rebound to Cowan. And it's hard to come by along the baseline, but you just want it to be consistent. They've had a couple of those tonight. Cooper Lewis got loose and hits! 33 points for Cooper Lewis. Full timeout taken by Rob Ross. 6:57 left in the fourth quarter. It's a 2-point game. .57 left in the fourth quarter, and the young man has put up probably more shots in this gym than probably anywhere else. Maybe I might be speaking hyperbole, but Cooper Lewis having 33 points thus far in this one. He had 37 against American Fort in game number 2. In the first game, he had 47 against American Fort. He has been unreal. It was a slow start from deep for him, and he's got it going. Crew Fotheringham, back rimmed. Was online a little long. And Lehi with a chance to tie or take the lead. Lone Peak has led. They got double-digit leads a couple times. And it's been Lehi chip it away. And this young man right here, Cooper Lewis, star of the night. Cooper off the screen from Bromley. Got away from Taylor. Gets inside. Man, a lot of contact there, and a block to Burgess. Cooper Lewis wants a foul call on the drive. Didn't get it. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Rousseau faces up on Burgess. Got him off his feet, got some space, and a bucket. Tied up at 50. Well, a run from Lehi, set into the corner to Haskett. Baseline, left it for Kramer, and a reach in there on Brousseau. And to Brousseau, that is number 4. He's going to come off the floor as Caleb Moore going to come in. Tough spot to be in on the reach. So I imagine Grace will be on the bench about 3.5 minutes left in this one. Burgess outside to Kramer. Haskett, extra pass, Fotheringham again for 3. The freshman comes off the bench, knocks down a 3. The younger brother of Luke, who is a couple-year starter here at Lone Peak. His brother Cole is a Raider, a former Ute. To the corner, Moore misses on the answer. Rebound to Bromley, and now a reach-in foul to Jackson Taylor. Number 2 on Jackson. First team foul on the Lone Peak. It's going to be hot. And crazy down this stretch here. Trying to save some of the fouls here on Jackson Taylor. Bromley quickly into Lewis. Cooper blocked away by Haskett. Cooper at the near steal. Jump ball belongs to Lone Peak. It's a good one there for Cooper to get the jump ball. Could have switched down in the final 5:22 if you're Lehi. And for Lone Peak, a chance to extend the lead. It's Haskett, Kramer, Belcher, Burgess, and Fotheringham. Kramer sends that out to Crew. Crew back to Kramer. Belcher up and got it. That ball came off his hand and looked off the mark. Got it to go, and a 5-point lead. Inside of 5 minutes left on the drive, there's a foul. Number 2 on Lone Peak, number 4 on Haskett. And remember, on the drive, if you're a defender, you have got to stay parallel on the driving plane. Doesn't mean you give up the lane, but if he moves diagonally across where he was there, if you stay parallel to him and then he comes to you, you got a chance on the defense. When you take that space away, you're opening it up. Cooper misses on the 3. Burgess skies for the rebound. Burgess over to Kramer. Thompson on the drive of Hawkins. We're going to call a foul on the floor first. The foul to Hawkins, that is number 2 on Easton. That is the 4th team foul, last foul to give for Lehi. And in a deficit, not necessarily the worst thing. That's a way to stop the clock. 4 timeouts left for Quincy Lewis, only 2 left for Rob Ross. And you got to think of timeouts now like it's football with the shot clock. As Burgess pulls well wide of the rim. Rebound run out to Brousseau, and Grayson lays it in. But to the thought, with the 35-second shot clock, you've got to look at how much that's going to shake down the game, and those timeouts are only ways to stop the clock after made buckets. And now a traveling violation on Haskett. And a chance to tie again with a 3 for Lehi off the turnover from Lone Peak. Outside to Cowan. Straight away, Brousseau over to Cooper. Grayson with Belcher. Got the extra pass there to Cowan. Nowhere to go, out to Grayson. 15 on the shot clock. Got plenty of time, and Cooper Lewis takes the timeout. 30-second timeout. We'll take it as well. We'll be right back. You're watching Lone Peak basketball. 3 minutes, 53 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Cooper Lewis around Burgess. Reverse it and got it. How that ball went down. 35 now for Cooper Lewis. Unreal. Thompson Off the screen, over to Haskett. Haskett on the drive at Lewis. Off the window, no. Rebound to Brousseau. And now a chance to take the lead on a made bucket. Cooper. Off on the three. Bromley tracks down the rebound. Bromley around Burgess. Puts the brakes on, sends out to Brousseau. Grayson with a head of steam. Leaves it for Bromley. And Lehi takes the lead. Good job playing point guard there by Grayson Brousseau as Kramer sends over to Haskett. Haskett into Belcher. Belcher, step through left hand, and the seesaw now starts. Jackson Taylor will check in the next dead ball. Cooper Lewis. Fall away, in and out, rebound to Burgess. Lone Peak with a chance to extend the 1-point advantage. Kramer into Burgess, the smaller Cowan there. Quick jump hook short, rebound, taken by Cowan. Hawkins into Haskett, charge. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. He beat him to the spot. If you see it, and he takes him right into the midsection. If he hits him on his hip, I agree with the block. When he gets him and his shoulder hits him square in the testing the intestinal fortitude, that means he beat him to the spot. So the offensive foul makes it the 15th foul, so he'll be shooting free throws with a 1:55 on a rolling clock in the fourth quarter. Kramer inside out to Taylor. Jackson, fall away, got it, and one! How about the shot from Jackson Taylor? The foul to Bromley. Taylor with the hoop and one. His first bucket of the second half for Jackson Taylor. The first personal foul on Bromley. And JT knocks down the and one. And the hard way three. 4-point lead. Grayson holding up top, hands back to Cooper. Good hedge by Belcher. Grayson put on the floor at Burgess. Gets the foul on Chamberlain. Number 3 on Burgess. Going to put Grayson Brousseau at the line. With a minute and a half to go.
13 foul for the Knights.
Big free throws for the future Utah State Aggie. Grayson going to go play tight end up north. Hits the free throw. Of course, Grayson was part of the state championship team with Noah Gonzalez. So then we were saying the young freshman getting minutes. Brother Jackson's watching this in Fort Collins. And he goes 2 for 2. Big free throws from the big man. And a full timeout to Quincy Lewis. Minute and a half left in the fourth quarter. You're watching Lone Peak basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back into Lone Peak Fieldhouse. A game to remember, and a game is prepping both these teams for what comes next week. Lehi will most likely have the bye. Well, let's say it. They have a bye in the first round with their record and where they will be in the RPI. Lone Peak right on the bubble. The games like these get you prepped for the state tournament. And a steal to Cowan. Cowan blocked away by Burgess. What a play by Chamberlain. Down the floor. Kramer floated. No. Burgess is aboard, and then the foul to Cowan. Going to put Chamberlain Burgess at the line inside of a minute left at 57 seconds. So number 4 on Cowan.
At the line for the Knights, number 40 is Chamberlain.
Remember, you can be inside. If you're backing into him when he's starting to shoot, it's a foul. As Burgess rolls in the first. Makes still one possession game. Burgess now with 14 points. He's got a slew of blocks. None bigger than the last one. Back rims the second. And a one possession game in the hands of Cooper Lewis. Keep your eye on an extra pass to Bryson Bromley. They don't have to go for the three as Lewis terminates and is fouled. The foul to Thompson Kramer, the second on Thompson. And it'll be Cooper Lewis going to the line with 45 seconds. Cooper hits the free throw. Not a lot of free throws tonight on the 36-point evening for Cooper Lewis. Can make it 36 and a 1-point game. Possession arrow belongs to Lehi. Both teams have 2 timeouts left. Remember, the clock will not stop on a made bucket. Up the floor with Thompson Kramer, hands over to Haskett. Lone Peak gonna take the possession down. Kramer terminates at a tough spot, gets it off to Haskett. Dolan! Chance to take the lead and win it. Cooper pulls and hits! No timeout coming from Lone Peak. The officials stopped it. The officials were... Rob Ross wasn't calling timeout. Quincy Lewis called timeout. Well, I'm not sure what we're stopping the game for. So procedure, absolute mishap. Because Rob Ross was saying run it. He was telling his guys, come down the floor, run the play. Quincy Lewis thought he got a timeout on the make. The officials were confused. Inadvertent whistle, inbound at midcourt on the far side. And now Rob Ross takes a timeout. The mass hysteria and the noise and everything else as Cooper Lewis gives Lehi a lead with 17 seconds left. We'll see for a full, and it is a full timeout. We'll be right back. 17 seconds left. We'll be back in a minute. 17.2 left to this one. Possession arrow belongs to Lehi. Lone Peak has 1 timeout left. Lehi has 2. Burgess at the high post to Kramer. Left hand, he's fouled. Rouchot is coming across. Look, he can put his hands up, and if he's walking across and makes the contact, that is the foul. Is going to put him at the line, and Thompson Kramer is going to get 2 free throws. So the line is Thompson Kramer, 9.9 left. He's got 2 free throws to tie the game. And he makes the first. First free throw ties it. Timeout, Quincy Lewis, he wants to set up his offense. He does have 1 timeout left. 9.9 seconds left. And another full timeout. We'll be right back. You're watching Lone Peak basketball. 9.9 seconds left. Thompson Kramer tied the game up on his first free throw. Has a chance to get a 1-point lead with his second. Lehi has 1 timeout left and the possession arrow. And Kramer gives Lone Peak the lead. Here we go. Into Cooper. Cooper Lewis looking for contact. Into the corner, down the baseline, lost the handle. Off the hands of Moore. Hawkins doesn't get it, and Lone Peak survives. What a ball game, what a finish. Hawkins got a beautiful look in the corner, and it just didn't go. Thompson Kramer with 2 ice free throws, and Lone Peak gets a big win heading into the state tournament. What a night. What a ball game. In the return game for Quincy Lewis, the first time returning back to Lone Peak, could not have asked for a better ball game than we got tonight. Absolutely unreal. Your Heinemann and Associates players of the game. Obviously for Lehi, we're going to go with Cooper Lewis. 39 points for Cooper Lewis. Unreal. Had himself a terrific game tonight. He was spectacular all over the floor. And for Lone Peak, I mean, it's a myriad of guys. We're going to go 3, just like we did in the girls' game. Jackson Taylor, Thompson Kramer, and Chamberlain Burgess. Burgess was huge all over the floor. Absolutely terrific. Again, your final score. It is Lone Peak 63, Lehi 62. We'll be back on Friday night, senior night from Lone Peak, Westlake, and Lone Peak in the doubleheader right here on Lone Peak Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. For Tino Psyche, Kenzie Valentine, I'm Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us. Again, the final score, Lone Peak 63, Lehi 62. Your Heinemann Associates players of the game for Lehi, we're going Cooper Lewis. I know it's a Lone Peak feed, but that's a Lone Peak kid on the other side with 39 points. Unreal. And for Lone Peak, 3 players, Jackson Taylor, Thompson Kramer, and Chamberlain Burgess. Again, for Tino Psyche, Kenzie Valentine, I'm Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us on Lone Peak Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. We'll see you Friday night. Westlake coming to Lone Peak on senior night. So long.